Ashira. Channeled through Dr. Susan Sunmarco. One who serves and Lord Lanto, channeled through James McConnell.
I am Lord Lanto. I have been with this group once before. I am one who oversees this group along with others and one who serves each of you in ways you do not yet understand. And yes, it was perfect, this day for the conversation to take place that was planned. The seed was planted and that one who rarely speaks was able to get this forth into the group. For it is important that the group addresses issues such as these, for these are issues that will be heard from others in the world in which you live as these shifts happen. And as more and more people have that alarm clock go off in their bodies, their minds, their souls, there will be more and more people who will ask these questions, yes, these very questions, because of that fear that has been placed there and reinforced over lifetimes. To be concerned whether or not there is a roof over one's head. To be concerned whether or not there is money in the bank. To be concerned whether or not one's children or animals and such that has been discussed will arise. And yet, all of these things are for naught. As you continue to rise in the vibrations, those frequencies continue to rise upon the planet, there is not a need about any of these things. For your concerns about money will be met beyond your wildest dreams. Your concerns about family will change by the time you are meeting with people who have those concerns. And as you visit with them only days later, you will see that there is a difference in them and their family structures. These are the things that are coming to you. There are many who have been speaking of these things. There have been many, as Susan has spoken of, who have left the planet in the last 2 to 3 weeks. Again, this is another sign of how close this shift is. For these are called to the other side to hold those gates open for you and to feed the energy in that assists all. And any of those reservations that one might have, this heart has been opened by the loss of this one, and this heart will be filled with the love of those who have left. All of this has been planned and it is part of the contracts of those who have left, but even more it is part of your contract and all of those upon the planet whose hearts are open more and more in compassion, in sadness. It is those who have left the planet have left the opportunity for love to move through this planet. You see those who come upon this passing and reach out for others to share with them. This landmark decision about gay marriage in this country, did you ever see that it would happen? This is yet another sign of how close love upon this planet, peace upon the planet is now, not later, as Joanna has said. This is now. This is the time of change. I was called forth and asked to speak that I might share these many wonders with you. To know that as time moves forward that everything is changing faster and faster upon this planet. You can barely see how close you are to the finish line that has been spoken of previously. For all is in the moment now, as things are changing moment to moment and day to day. And if you could but look upon all the various levels upon this planet, you would see those changes. Parts are still hidden from you. Why 50 years ago did you not know of these things? Why in the time of those authors about which you spoke wrote about manifestation? And yes, there were those who talked about the extraterrestrials' presence in the sky. It has not been something that had been studied in great depth until that one who brought it to more people. The author of Chariots of the Gods, Van Daniken, brought it to the mass consciousness. And still he has been laughed at and ridiculed for such a very long time. Even the word of Atlantis has been scoffed at and Lemuria even more so. And yet, there are those who chose to incarnate at this time, to grow in this time, to come to the families in which they grew, at this time. To be here to experience the grand changeover. The grand ascension. This is not something those in this room or those upon the planet have to work toward. You in this room have striven to work on self-forgiveness and those things we have spoken to you of. To allow the changes in the body. To allow so much to occur. To be in the rowboat and allow the boat to roll down the streams as life comes to you. To allow it to be. This is the time when those you are in service to and will be in even greater service to have not the eyes to see in this moment, and yet, when this shift happens there will be so much going on that you will be needed. Even the bodies in which they exist will feel pains you have already gone through. And we know that there are those who will be the medical teams that will help people move into light chambers, to move into healthier eating and better organization of their lives. All of this is what is in the process now. And in all levels except where you see in your world. All levels are changing. All levels are changing now. Have the faith as you move forward that you will see what you are to see when you see it. In this room and to all of the group who follows this one, those of us in service to you have encouraged you to believe first and see later. That is part of that manifestation process, is it not? You are in the now. You call it forth and you experience it. You call it forth because you see it, you feel it, you know it at your very deepest levels. It is time for all to unfold. Be in the moment. Be in acceptance. Be in excitement. As your moods move through you, allow them to be as well. For many of the moods that you feel are not those of you but of others upon the planet. We have encouraged you in the past and we encourage you again. You feel as though your world is getting smaller because you do not feel the desire to reach out to old friends if they are not on the path. You may not feel like watching old shows. You may not feel like watching old news. You may not feel much at all to reach out to the 3D world. That is okay, my friends. That is okay because you are moving with the energy into the new existence and all of those aspects and any of those aspects can bring you back into the 3D perception. It will slow you down. Your path is clear because those in this room and those connected by wires, all of those you reach out to are part of the front lines. We have shared this with you many times and we are with you at all times. You have been given the light mental body twice now so that you can call that forth in confidence knowing that you will always know how to use it and it will be there for you. We will remain with Ashira and one who serves for questions. We are here to give you confidence and to give you love and to support you in every moment of your journey and know that as you have this issue, situations and qualms within your own being, this is the right and true place to expose those and to share those. Others in the group need those answers to be prepared to serve in the roles to which they are called to serve. We are so grateful that you have heard this call and you are some of the first ones to awaken so that you can serve in the way to which you have been called. You have not yet glimpsed the grandeur of life and the various experiences you will be called into. You will know in that moment your connection to all. Your connection to the archangels and ascended masters. Your connection to your galactic brother and sisters. You are so much more than that which sits in your chair this very moment. And we know that you have doubts about that, but as this energy continues to flow and shoot into this world, your presence and your understanding will flow to you as well and you will see where your part is in this giant puzzle. We will be visiting you again during your meeting in August. I shall be there to oversee the events. I will be there as the ringmaster as so many things are planned. We are grateful to have been with you today. I am Lord Lanto. One who serves. Greetings. This is one who serves here to share with you brief message and then we will move on to regular festivities here as we know you have come to enjoy that time that you can have camaraderie with us somewhat. The message we give here is to echo Lord Lanto here and that you brought up in your discussion earlier. And that is to be in the now. To be in the present moment is very important, and have we not said that for some time now? To be in the now. To go with the flow. To allow things to be what they will be. That is not to say that you should not take action. You cannot sit back and have something happen. So you must continue to work in your daily activities and find those things that bring you joy and entertainment as well as to bring about the changes that are necessary in your everyday life as you are moving through it. But to be also expectant for those things that are coming. And those things are in the future as you look at it now, but the future is the present now as well. Continue to move in the direction of raising your consciousness in every moment you think of and to do it. As Sugat said last week as he spoke of moving through the transition here. Each of you is moving through and towards your ascension process. Yes, you are in the ascension process, here as we speak. Have you ascended? No, Not necessarily, but you have at times moved up into the higher vibrations and spent a little bit of time there and then moved back for various reasons. The ascension process will take you out of this 3D realm to never have to come back here if you do not want to experience this. But we know as we work with you, the light workers, we know that you are here for a reason. You are here to experience the changes as you go through them and then assist others to go through the changes as well. So, you will find yourselves moving through the ascension process, being in those higher vibrations, and find yourselves back again. Yes, you will voluntarily come back again to experience the changes those here are going through and then to assist them. As we have said previously, you will have your mentors and you will mentor to others. As you receive, you will give. That is how it works. So continue in the process as you are doing now. Continue to be in the present now. Find the joy in every given moment as you can, and all will take care of itself. You as an individual, you as a group, you as a collective consciousness here on this planet. All is being orchestrated, so just go with it. Okay? We will take questions now. Ashira and Lord Lanto are standing by along with us to take questions. Do you have questions here for us? Question: It is my understanding that the entire planet will feel their oneness with God and then some will ascend and come back to help others. Is that an accurate understanding? One who serves. Very much so, as we see it, but there can be shifts and changes in this. Not all will experience the same feelings. Not all sense it the same. But there will be what you are calling an energy shift that has been spoken of as the event, and other terms have been given to this, a tsunami of love, and more. And it is a wave of energy coming into the planet that will assist in shifting the consciousness of the entire planet. Does that mean that all will shift at once? No. Does that mean that all will go through this? No, it does not. Because they will not be ready for this in themselves. It will not be their time, and their individual choice at that moment will not be one that will take them into the higher vibrations, because they will not understand the higher vibrations. Or even a reason to go into them. They will find themselves in the familiar. In what they already know and will remain there. They will be accommodated in ways that needs to be at that time. No concern from all of you, for all is being orchestrated as we have said many times. So, there will be those who will experience the shift and those who will not experience the shift fully as you are destined to. Does this answer your question? Yes. Anything you wish to add here, Ashira? No, splendid answer. Question. I have been disconnected from the 3D world. I am out of an abusive relationship and leaving another friend. I am feeling alone. I know I am to be in the now, and I am afraid that more negative will happen. What can I do? Ashira. Dear one, as we come to you, what we would share with you is that you are going through experiences that are more of a result of your past thought processes and experiences. This is part of your soul's way to bring you to the point of recognizing your own soul's strength. Your own abilities. It is part of the moment in time now where you are to stand alone for the time being. This is very difficult for you. Even though you have been of a spiritual mindset, you have read and talked to and lived a type of thought process, you have been with this group a very short time. Many of this group have brought similar stories and they have worked through them. This is a point in time for you to work through this from a different perspective. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. As these things come up, your self-forgiveness is very important. Forgiving yourself and knowing that anything you have experienced in the past that had quote, bad results, were things that you manifested from where you were at that time. And now you are in a different place, having different energy feeding you and supporting you. It is time for you to know who you are and not to allow guilt or forgiveness issues face you any longer. This is your opportunity to peel that onion and come out into that shining being that you truly are. Anyone who has gone from you is not part of your support system, is not the support system for who you are at this moment. It is time for you now to find new support systems. You are changing the grid of your life. Those who were with you, family, friends, others are no longer the truth of who you are. The truth of who you are is coming to you more and more every single day. You will know it is not negative experiences that are going to be following you. Open your heart. Open your spirit. Open that expectancy and believe that which you see in yourself now is the strength and wonderment in those who are now attracted to you. It is resulting in beautiful results for your life. It is all a part of something very special. Those in this group can surround you and support you, and help to assure you that they have also made it this far from very similar experiences and know now that your moment in this time and in the future you are creating will be totally supportive and beautiful. One who serves. And we would add to this to answer your second question as to thought processes and the idea of a failsafe. This was already brought up in another time here. When you are in the higher vibrations, let us back up. While you are here in the 3D world, there is a failsafe here in terms of manifesting. So, that if you think of something fearful, it does not manifest immediately. You must think it over and over. Put emphasis into it and feelings into it. So, there is a delay process. As you move into the higher dimensions, the delay process is less and less. As you move into the 5D world, it becomes almost non-existent as you continue through a training process that you will go through. But as you continue to move up into higher dimensions and the delay process becomes less and less, it would not behoove anyone to have fearful thoughts and have them manifest immediately. So, as you move into the higher vibrations, you have a fail-safe process that keeps these negative thoughts from coming in. You cannot move fully into these higher vibrations until these negative thoughts have lessened a great deal. When they come in at times, it can happen when you first enter the 5D world. That is where the idea of the failsafe kicks in and keeps these from manifesting. You see? No concern here that you will be in those higher vibrations and you dream up something terrible. That cannot happen. Okay? Question. The light mental body. Does each one connect with other light mental bodies, say within this group? One who serves in terms of other light mental bodies in the group communicating? Yes. Certainly they are communicating just as other aspect of your higher self is communicating. While you communicate on your level here, there are those other higher levels of yourself that are also communicating. This is how these things are being orchestrated. How these questions that come up in your discussions here are being formulated here. Your higher selves are whispering to each other before you come in to bring this about. You see? Anything you wish to add here, Ashira? Ashira. We would add that this is all part of the unity consciousness. You are only individuals in your body as it sits in the chair in this moment. Only in this body do you feel alone as you try to change the world. At those higher consciousness levels of the light mental body and your higher consciousness itself, you are connected with all those around the planet and all those who are with you and many, many more. So, yes, the orchestration that you are a part of is great and vast. Question. My wife had a strange occurrence last week. She saw something walking across the street ahead, but it was blacked out so that she could not really see what it was. What can you tell me about this? One who serves. Yes. We can share here that these types of things are the glimpses into the other dimensional experiences, you might say. Now, when these things happen, and they are going to increase more and more, and the more attention you pay to them, the more they will happen. And the more that you are believing they are happening, the more they will happen. Eventually you will be seeing completely through the veil and the veil will disappear completely to your understanding here. Does this help? Ashira. We would add that this is definitely looking through the veil, and yet there is an aspect of your wife's consciousness at a conscious level that said, oh, I can't be seeing this. She automatically filled in the spaces with the black box that you would see on the television in this particular realm. But she was looking into the other realm exactly as one who serves has said. Question. I had a chakra test the other day and I was told my heart is open but my root was closed. One who serves. As you look at your chakra centers, it is important that you are the one who is looking at them. not someone else that tells you what is there or not there. You cannot completely believe what another person says of you, just as if they were to tell you what your past lives have been, or anything of this nature. That is not to say that they are not accurate, it is to say that you cannot completely go with what another person says about you. You have to experience you. You have to go into your own chakra centers and see. Is my root chakra closed? Is my heart chakra open, or whatever it might be? That is how you gauge where you are in the process. You can use the various tools, and that is all they are, tools to assist you in coming to the same understanding as you come into by looking at yourself. It is very much a trap here to have another tell you what you are experiencing. How do they really know? You see? Question. It is interesting how Ashira explained feeling alone, but in the higher realms we are connected. How do we allow for the connection in this dimension? Ashira. Absolutely. Absolutely. Many people have experienced times when they have had meditations when they connected fully with others on this planet, not only brothers and sisters, but all upon the planet down to the molecular level. There are those who have experienced insights and feelings on different types of drugs and different types of rituals. The reason I said that many feel alone, this is part of the game on this planet, is that you have come to see yourself alone in the world. You strive to connect with the one who will love you in a love relationship. Strive to connect with your children. Strive to connect with friends and to find familiarity with the ones you feel closeness with. It has always been a struggle, has it not? And yet, outside of this physical body, outside of the judgments and self-concerns, outside of all of that is that aspect of you that is connected beautifully not only to your brothers and sisters on the planet but to all upon the planet. All of the multiverses are filled with your vast awareness of the total being that you truly are. So the longer you have been in these bodies on this planet that you have come to be in, that is what you can now move forward and past. You can move forward and past in your thought process by knowing that you are one with all on this planet, all across the galaxy. You are a cell in the body, and a drop of water in the sea of consciousness upon the planet. Does that make sense? One who serves. Are there any more questions? Then we will release this channel. Shanti, peace be with you. Be the one.